If you're already familiar with trend lines, it's time to learn about price channels. In this lesson, I thoroughly discuss price channels. Let's continue watching the video. The importance of price channels is not as great as that of trend lines. In fact, price channels are a topic that's discussed as a follow-up to trend lines. But first, we want to understand what a price channel actually is. Take a look. If you have a trend line, as you can see here, we can draw a trend line connecting points 1, 3, and 5. If you draw a parallel line to this trend line so that it includes points 2, 4, and 6, you'll see that a price channel is formed here. Here we have an ascending price channel. Regarding the price channel, the trend line that is below it in an uptrend or above it in a downtrend is highly significant. In fact, in a price channel, its trend line is extremely important. So if the trend line is so important, why should we even draw a price channel? There are two main reasons. You typically draw a precise price channel for two primary purposes. Your main and most significant goal is to effectively catch the impending price breakout. In fact, it is crucial to accurately realize precisely when a substantial price breakout has indeed occurred. Whenever you see that your price channel has been broken based on other accompanying reasons, you can realize that a breakout has most likely occurred. The other reason is to identify entry and exit points. In fact, whenever you see in an uptrend that the price touches the trend line of the price channel, for example, in the schematic chart we drew, whenever it hits points 1, 3, and 5, you realize that most likely you should start buying at these points. And whenever the price hits the top of the price channel, that is points 2, 4, and 6, you conclude that most likely now you should withdraw part or all of your investment, which in most cases means just a portion of your capital. In fact, you should try to take profit from the market, not exit it entirely. So these are the two main uses of the price channel. In fact, it shows us better entry and exit points and also identifies breakout points for us. But moving on, Mr. John Murphy in his book presents a chart where you can clearly see an upward price channel. The significant touches that have occurred from below, as well as the important touches at the very top of your established price channel. But moving forward, we can confidently say that if we have such a distinct price channel between specific points 1 and 3 and also points 2 and 4, and if we subsequently get a fifth touch here and then the price indeed goes up, but ultimately fails to reach the absolute top of the entire price channel and consequently gets rejected and reverses its direction from point 6. You can say that a breakout is likely to happen. Let me say it again. If you see that after the price touches one side of the price channel, it can't reach the other side, you can conclude that a breakout is likely to occur from one side. Here you can see that at point 6, the price hit the stop and couldn't reach the top of the price channel. Therefore, the likelihood that it will come down, break through the lower side of the channel and move is high. Now, if your question is, how do I know that a breakout has happened here? I've discussed its points in the trend line video, which I'll pin up here. Well, here you can see that at point 7, a breakout has occurred, and if we continue and analyze this, we'll be reviewing the same price channel again. You can clearly see that we can once again draw a distinct trend line between points 4 and 6 in a downward direction. Subsequently, we can effectively turn this into a new identifiable channel. So you can continually keep updating these channel breakouts and effectively treat each one of them as a completely new price channel every single time. What's the advantage of this? The advantage is that this price channel helps you understand how far the price drop might continue. Here, you can conclude that yes, if the price drop continues after the breakout at point 7, it can reach the bottom of the new channel, which is that dashed line where the tip of the arrow has touched. So you can identify your take profit point or your entry point. But the next point we can discuss here is the same issue we had with the trend line. Just as the trend line always needs to be updated, the price channel also always needs to be updated. Here you can see that we had a price channel between points 1, 3, and 5, and from above, points 2 and 4. And as we move forward, after the price starts moving again, you can see that a new trend line and then a new price channel have been drawn between 5 and 7 and from 4 to 6. Therefore, you should always update your price channel between the last two prices you see on the chart. But before we look at the price channel on a real chart, please make sure to subscribe. Also, hit the bell button so you get notified as soon as a new tutorial is published. Here we are looking at the price chart of FET to USDT. If you look at this price chart, first of all, I'm on the 4-hour time frame, and you can see that you can draw price channels here quite frequently. Here, I select the price channel tool. And since I have an uptrend here, I start below this price and draw the price channel. For example, I click here and drag, then click a second time and drag it upward to here. Alright, I'll adjust it a bit so it can fully encompass these wicks. I grab this point here and this one as well, and you can clearly see that we have these touches here. Alright, take a look here. You can see exactly, let me adjust it from the top as well. Yes, now look. Exactly from below we have these intersections at these points. You can even see that after this channel was broken, we had a pullback to this point again, and then the drop happened. You can see this channel, which has beautifully respected even its upper points and has had some really nice touches there. A very important point here is that in a price channel, the 50% line of that channel is also very significant. Here you can see many interactions that have happened right at the 50% line of the channel on this chart. If I extend this further, you can have a new channel again in this downtrend. Well, as we said, in a downtrend, you need to draw the trend line from above. I'll draw it from up here. I go down to the bottom and then extend it. All right, I'll draw this up to here. I bring this up, and well, this is the first time I'm drawing it myself, and I can see how beautifully it's working here. Look here. These touches are like this, and here are the touches from below. See, at this point, and it happened here. Alright, so to keep things from getting too cluttered, I'll erase these and draw a new price channel here. See, I'm drawing it again here. So this is your task. You need to find different currencies now and start drawing price channels. You should do this for those currencies in different time frames as well. And this price channel can pass above this, meaning it can be like this, or it can actually pass through here. See, which of these particular options is the best way for you to draw it? Okay, if I take this same price channel, copy it, and place it underneath like this, of course, I'll move it from here. I'll carefully drag this item down, then I will delete it again, and then I will copy this particular one. I'll then place it at the very top here. Now look, it has respected it very nicely. Of course, here it's a bit larger. The interaction happened at a higher point here, but you can see that the price has really respected this beautifully. Even if I extend this further along the trend, you can clearly see the touch at the 50% level here. The same thing has happened again as the trend continued. Here you have a price channel. Of course, drawing it up to this particular point in time here might not be entirely accurate or precisely correct. I need to take it from here. I'll take it from here and draw it like this. A very beautiful price channel has formed here. If I make it a bit cleaner and more precise, you can see here that there have been many touches to this, and then it came here, broke through, and probably in the continuation of the trend, we'll have the next touch to this as well. Well, you need to find different currencies, especially those with a long historical record. Start drawing trend lines and price channels in different time frames. You can use TradingView tools, or you can simply draw the trend line and then copy it parallel to itself and place it. See you in the next videos.